Hey everybody, Croft Coins here. I'm back with an interesting video for you guys today. Didn't expect to be making a video today, wasn't getting any coins to go through, but I did stop at a garage sale today and I found some coins. I was really surprised. I didn't find them actually just sitting out, but I happen to always ask when I go to a garage sale. This is important for anyone who collects coins. I definitely recommend you ask them every time, do you guys have any coins or anything old you're trying to get rid of? And he said, let me go check in the back, and he pulled these out. Now, I was able to get all of these albums right here. I'll show you exactly what's in them. It's not as super fun as you think it is. Most of the coins are pretty common, but I did get some really cool stuff in here at the end of the day, and that's why I was able to buy it and keep it. So what I'm going to do is we'll start on this left side and we'll work our way to the right, and I'll show you each of our books and what we were able to find. And we'll start first with this Washington Quarter book. So we'll start off with this Washington Quarter book. As you can see, this actually starts at 1960, and there aren't any of the silver dates in this book when I found it. So really, this book was just clad coinage. So this is all just changed I'm going to take back to the bank. It's nothing too special right here. You can see it's about, I'm not sure exactly how many there are, but there's $1 here, $1 here, $1 here, $1 here, about $5.50 and change right here. So really this was just kind of purchasing to get it off his hands. Some of the stuff I know he was just saying he wanted to get rid of it, so I took it off his hand along with getting some of the other cooler stuff. So we'll get into our second book. A similar situation with this book. This is the Eisenhower dollar book right here. This is our second book. This starts in 1971. There aren't any of the silver variety coins in here. These are all just the clad Eisenhowers. But you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these coins in here. And these are all the clad variety, like I said. So I'll look at those for errors and things like that. But this was really just bought, like I said, because he's trying to get some of these off of his hands. So I was able to buy these off of him and told him I had no problem taking these. I'll probably just spend these at the gas station or different places like that. A lot of times if I'm trying to get to know someone to maybe purchase some coins from them, or maybe want to purchase something from them in general, even if they have common change, like something like these Eisenhower dollars, I'll still take it off their hands because I'd rather them feel like I'm doing them a little bit of a service by getting rid of the stuff that they don't want. And, you know, if it's something I can just recycle and kind of use again, like these Eisenhower dollars, I can easily spend these somewhere. I'm definitely willing to do that. So we'll move into our third book. So this one's a little bit more exciting, but it's really an empty book at the end of the day. You can see these old Whitman albums are actually pretty cool. I like these older style ones. You don't see these very often, and they're in decent enough shape. You know, they've been through the ringer a little bit, but there really aren't many coins in this album. You can see we've got a 1915 and a 1918 in here. These are really only worth like, you know, 10 to 20 cents each. Same thing with these coins, 1925, a 26, and a 30. So no rare dates or anything like that. And then this page has a little bit more, but these are pretty common dates right here. So these are really just wheat cents I'm going to throw into the collection. And what I'll probably end up doing with a lot of these albums is I already have my own books. So a lot of these Whitman albums I'll probably end up selling at the flea market or, you know, somewhere local around here. So, you know, I can give him, some kid who's starting his collection, a really good deal, you know, just a couple bucks for all the books. So we'll move into our next Lincoln Cent book. So this is the next Lincoln Cent album right here. This one is from 1941 to 1974. So all the coins in this album are very common. We do have a steel cent in this album. I think that might be probably the most interesting coin that I saw in here. This 1943 Philadelphia steel cent. Nothing too special about it at the end of the day. It's just a steel cent, but we do have some common wheat cents in here, ranging from 1941 all the way up until 1958. You can see how he kind of drew in here and marked that off. And there actually is a not too bad shape 1958 Philadelphia right here. Not too bad a shape there, but mostly common wheat cent change. So there's nothing too special about most of these coins. These will just end up in my wheat cent bucket. But this book will probably end up in the garbage just because it's been ripped and drawn all over the place. So we got a couple interesting things here. So now we'll move into the more interesting stuff. We'll move into our last two books. So I decided to save the best book for last. This one is our second to last book right here. This is the Canadian Small Cent book, 1920 to 1972. Now there isn't really too many things special in here, but we do have two coins in here in particular that I did want to point out. This 1931 and this 1932 King George V penny. These coins are slightly more valuable than maybe like a regular wheat cent or anything like that, just because they're a lot harder to find. But we do have a lot of King George pennies in here. As you guys know, I find a very good amount of King George VI pennies and you can see they've been in here for quite some time. All these coins are from 1941 over here, ranging up to 1952, the last year. And then this page actually is pretty much complete, and there's actually some nice examples of some of these coins in here, so I'll have to take a look and see if these upgrade in some of my albums. But overall, it's nice to get some old King George pennies. Always fun to add those to the collection. I think specifically these two are probably my favorites. But now we'll move into the best stuff in this last book, so let's get into that. So moving into the last book, this book definitely has what the best stuff I found was. This is the Kennedy Half Dollar album. And overall, if you guys want to know what I paid for everything here, I paid about $35 for all of this stuff. And this is really where I made the money. I had almost, close to $30 in just change alone. So when you open this up, and you can see right here, this is where we get the good stuff. We've got ourselves a 90% 1964 silver half dollar in here. This is from Philadelphia. Not the 64 Denver, that one wasn't in there, but we have some 40% as well. We've got a 65, 66, we got a 67, a 68 Denver, and a 69 Denver. So if you add all of these coins up together, these were definitely the best ones of this collection. Or not really collection, because he actually had some other coins as well, but he didn't want to get rid of all of those. He had some proof sets and cool things like that from like the 60s and different things like that. And also in this album, there are lots of just typical half dollars, which I'll end up taking back to the bank, but I will look through them and see if we have any errors or anything interesting like that. But we did get some awesome half dollars in general with this album. You can see he went all the way up until 1993. These are probably just some coins that he had laying around, and he decided to throw in these albums. So, in general, I think this was a really good purchase. Specifically for these silver coins are the best thing I found in this collection. And, adding those wheat cents and those old Canadian pennies definitely is a cool little find as well. But, overall, when I go to garage sales and things like that, I'm always asking around, do you have coins or anything like that? Typically, the response is almost always, no, we don't have any. But luckily, I was able to get something this time, and kind of what I want to prove with this video is always ask questions. It's always free to ask questions. I always say that looking is free. So, always make sure you're asking when you go to garage sales. You might find something, and today I was able to get lucky and get some cool silver coins for a very good price. And, like I said, just keep your eyes open. And, summertime, it's about June right now, best time to go out and look for stuff. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video today. I'll see you guys in the next one, and let me know suggestions down in the comments below or videos you'd like to see. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.